What's happening, YouTube? It's Simon 466 Cards, and today I just have one question that I honestly don't know the answer to. And that is, whatever happened to Burbank Sportscards moving their entire inventory to Fanatics Collect? If you may recall, this was over a year ago now. This was August of 2024, as you can see on your screen, where this announcement came out that Burbank Sportscards was moving their entire 40 million card inventory from eBay to Fanatics Collect, and that it was an exclusive contract, which meant, if we scroll down here, that Burbank Sportscards was leaving eBay. They had been working with eBay since 2003. And this made a bunch of news. You can see I'm on the official Topps website. This is basically a glorified press release, but it was big enough news that Topps posted it on their website. And Collect covered it. You can see they're talking about their 40 million sports cards, having an exclusive deal with Fanatics Collect, which means moving off of eBay. And so I wondered, whatever happened to this? Because I haven't heard a lot about this, and it's been over a year. Remember, this was August of 2024. This article with Ben Burrows is actually July 27th, 2024. So where are we? So I decided to go to the Fanatics Collect page, and there is a Burbank Sportscards tab. You can see here I'm on the Buy Now tab, and then a filter for Burbank Sportscards. And if we scroll down, I have selected the most cards you can select, which is 48 and on a page, 48 cards on a page. And if we scroll down here, there's 50 total tabs. But that might be a limitation of how many cards can be loaded on the Fanatics Collect website at once. And so, yeah, if I click on baseball, it still shows 48 tabs, right? 48 times 48 is slightly less than 2,500. And so they're supposed to have 40 million sports cards, and yet they have less than 2,500 cards listed on Fanatics Collect under the baseball category. Let's continue this exercise. If we now select basketball, 48 times 50. So they have 2,500 or perhaps more basketball cards on the Fanatics Collect website. Because again, what if this is a limitation of the Fanatics Collect interface and platform? But you would think that football, they would have a lot of cards, and yet they do not. They only have 26 tabs. So 26 times 48 is roughly like 1,200. And so again, what gives? And then hockey, they have very little. They have 12 tabs, so 12 times roughly 50, so that's like 600 cards. And so you add these tabs up, even including the fact that basketball has some number that might be too large for this platform. Baseball, there is roughly 2,500 cards, right? 48 times 48. Football is 28 or 48 times 25, so like roughly 2,400 cards, or no, that's way less. It's like 1,200 cards. This does not add up to 40 million cards. Is what it was clearly the point of this. And so, what happened? What happened to moving 40 million cards to Fanatics Collect? I don't know. I truly do not know. This is one of my videos where I'm just raising a question, but I don't actually have a thesis as to what the answer is. If we go to the Burbank Sportscards website, you can see that I'm there. At the bottom here, you click on 40 million cards warehouse selection. If you had to guess, where do you think this link will lead you to? Well, if we click on it, it leads you to the Beckett website, marketplace.beckett.com/Burbank Sportscards _21. Interesting URL. And you can see they have many cards depending on the year. That is a number much larger than what was listed for all the different sports here. And so I'm asking myself, it's still on the Beckett website, the Beckett Marketplace, which is what they were using before. And then I found this article on Sports Collectors Daily. This was July 27th. Once again, they had a little nugget here. Burbank also sells on Beckett, but will retain its presence there. And so that seems a little odd. If you are exclusively, moving to Fanatics Collect, why would you also retain your presence on Beckett? because my understanding of the word exclusive, and that's what this is, right? That's what this is. This is an exclusive contract. Well, if you're also on Beckett, it's not actually exclusive, right? Again, this is an exclusive deal according to Collect. What is an exclusive deal when it also includes another company? It's then not exclusive, right? And then the last question I had about this is, do they still exist on eBay? And the answer is yes. Yes, they do. They still have 76,000 cards available, which is significantly more than the number of cards that they have on the Fanatics Collect website. Because again, football cards, they have 48 times 25, so like 1,300 cards. That's 1,300 football cards. I bet you if I click here, it'll be some number greater than 1,300, and yes, it's 16,000 cards available on eBay through Burbank Sportscards for football. 16,000 versus 1,300 on Fanatics Collect. So what happened? I truly do not know. If you know, let me know in the comment section down below. But I do find it curious that this supposed big deal that was announced everywhere, including their own Topps website. It's announced here on Collect. It was announced here on Sports Collectors Daily. It was talked about on various YouTube channels. There wasn't a follow-up press release saying, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Because that's not how press releases work. Press releases only talk about the good stuff. And so I'm left wondering, what did happen here? One thing of note is that they do have a Fanatics Live channel. This is the Burbank Sportscards channel on Fanatics Live. And if we go to shows, you can see more shows coming soon. Well, there's no list here of when they are, but there is a replays tab. And if we scroll down, we can see they did a few sales or shows here. November 1st, all the way through to February 18th. So it lasted all of 3 months. 3.5 months. So did something happen with the Burbank Sportscards relationship with Fanatics, where everything got cut off? Maybe Rob was too busy with the move to focus on this? I truly don't know. Or maybe the most off-the-wall theory that is still slightly plausible is that perhaps Fanatics is going to buy the Beckett Marketplace. And so if they buy this whole Beckett Marketplace, then they will have inherited the Burbank Sportscards inventory that is already listed there. Just replace this Beckett word with the word Fanatics Collect or something. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. I actually don't know what happened here. But something happened, because you know what didn't happen? A movement of a 40 million card inventory from eBay to Fanatics Collect Buy Now Marketplace. That did not happen. That is clear. What did happen? Why did this deal fall apart? I don't know. I don't know. And so that is the video. I don't know, but something happened here. Or something is about to happen here. And so put on your tinfoil hats and let me know your best theory as to what you think happened in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.